A very good morning everybody. This is Rishika Reddy SM. Today here before you to present my topic, that is this the end of our political history? India is renowned for being called as the world's largest democracy. At the same time, it is one of the major nations in the world who are facing severe political crisis. So then, there lies a question. Is this the type of democracy that we all aspire for? Especially for a country like India who has got 1,000 years of golden history? I really don't think so. Because, in my terms, democracy is not a spectator sport. So moving ahead, I would like to concentrate on the major concept, that is India's total population. It is estimated by 2020, 50% of the total population will be aged between 25 to 35 years. And the average Indian age would be just 29 years. So then again, why to let our abilities go astray? So, it is really very important that we include this younger generation in the arena of politics. So again lies the question, why is it very important to include youth in the politics? Let me tell you, for every human being, the true competency and his capability will be lying between his adulthood, wherein he can take up major responsibilities in his life with full enforcement. So then, my way of approach to this problem is through SP² program, as I believe that every problem has got a definite solution. And it stands for Scientific Socialism with Peace and Progress. So now, that is Scientific Socialism. It is to mean a society which is ruled by the scientific government, wherein its sovereignty mainly rests upon the reason rather than the sheer will. Because we live in a modern society which is very competitive. So the solutions to many significant problems will definitely demand a widespread advancement and improvement in the arena of thinking and analyzing skills. Therefore, we all need to have a breakthrough in our thinking which should be employed by both the decision makers and as well as each one of us in our daily affairs. So under the concept of scientific socialism, let me introduce that is way to build rational thinking in our people's mind. For an example, let me tell you with a simple instance. We know that to get an output, definitely we need the inputs and the raw material, wherein they have to undergo a certain process to get an output. For an instance, if we consider a human body, all the parts of the human body excluding brain will just act like experience, opinions, peoples and facts. Of course, we will be having a brain to get an output, but if we do not possess a proper mindset and a thinking, we might get an output, but we may not get the sound conclusion. So that is the importance of having the rational thinking in our people's mind. At the same time, developing a socialistic attitude in our generation is really very important, because India has got its footprints for creating a great legacy in the world's history. So it is really very significant to have a moral ethics, values and our ancient, historic, indigenous system of ideas and thoughts along with us. So moving ahead, it's about peace. Ensuring peace in the society and not letting the political actions actually affect our harmonious relations in any society should be of utmost importance. On that note, to ensure peace and harmony in the society, the role taken up by each and every individual, cops and the policemen will have a significant role. So whoever takes up the power, they have to ensure that they give enough freedom for each and every deserving candidate or an officer to do their work more efficiently and honestly. So now comes the important topic of the story, that is progress. As I said that India has an amazing history for contributing the greatest minds to the world. So then, why don't we realize our own capabilities to bring the best effects in our own country? So then, definitely progress is of utmost importance for any political entity is concerned. But at the same time, having the major concept, that is sustainable development as a part of progress, is also very much crucial. Because let me tell you, our world has reached its alarming rate in destroying the nature. Therefore, conservation of our natural wealth at the same time having a sustainable development as a part of progress and paving our way to the peak of progress should go hand in hand. So this was all about what exactly is SP² program. And the main reason that I use these 4 influential words, because in my opinion, to consider a particular society as a true democratic one, it has to fulfill certain aspects. society has imbibed the scientific thinking, that is the role of rationalism, ensuring peace in the society, along with carrying a socialistic attitude, and then paving our way to the peak of progress will definitely lead to a true democratic society. So moving ahead, how exactly this SP Square program works? I always believe that democracy is a major concept wherein it may start with one but should definitely end with all. So on that note, as you can see over there is a person who is generally an initiator, who is a social enthusiast. He put up a meeting notice for such similar interests in the society through various means, that is through social media trends and as well as through other mass media, to get gathered all these people with the similar zeal. And then they form up a team wherein it is headed by the first initiator. They form up an agenda or a manifesto for that sense, wherein everybody gets involved, they form up a council, and finally they start working about a certain problem in the society. As I just mentioned, when they start up a council, they'll definitely put up a certain agenda or a manifesto. So they will consider these 6 main things in their agenda. That is when to publish their agenda and how to enforce it to its fullest. And the division of labor, that is how exactly they divide their work amongst themselves about a particular problem. And 2 things to restate at the start of every call. 3 ideas that will make the mission definitely successful, and how to make sure every purpose is served. And last but not least, what to do if people actually can't receive the needed facilities. Because the main reason that we're initiating this program is to meet the demanding needs of the growing population. So guys, this was about what exactly is SP Square program and my way of approach to a certain problem. And I would like to conclude it with a special mention that my idea is not against the thought of having the elderly people in the arena of politics. Moreover, it's just an effective proposal to also include the younger generation along with them. Because I believe that experience plus young energetic innovation will definitely lead to the best combination. So finally, I would say it's high time that we realize our mere duties and our shared responsibilities for being called as a proud Indian, because our country has given a lot to us and it's our payback time through effective actions. Thank you very much.